What's up, people? All right. I wanted to reach out to everybody and let you know what's going on with kidney dialysis, kidney failure, transplant, and my life. Take you guys through the journey and let you know what's next. Um, my, all of you have expressed some type of interest in either being a potential donor or you've just been in my support system over these last 12 months or so and just want to walk you through the entire journey. All right, so over the last year, everything started with kidney failure. I've had a catheter in my neck that has been removed, then a catheter in my chest that has been removed, and now my access is in my arm. Since they have moved my access to my arm, they have approved me for home dialysis. So what that means is instead of going to a clinic 3 days a week to administer dialysis, I now administer my own dialysis here at the house 6 days a week. So I do my own treatments, draw my own labs, do my own blood work. One stop shop, I do everything myself now. That is much healthier for your body. It's less strenuous. The machine is easier, it's gentler on your body. And because I do it pretty much daily, again, I take Sundays off. But because I do it daily, I have less food restrictions and less fluid restrictions. So overall, it's just a better, healthier lifestyle. Since then, I have actually been approved to start my transplant process. And what that means is I have gone through a lot of tests, um, echograms, heart tests, lung tests, ultrasounds, stress tests, you name it, I've pretty much gone through it. None of it is really extensive, none of it is invasive, just basic tests to make sure I physically can handle surgery and that they cannot expect any complications afterwards. Since then, I've pretty much been approved. There are two more tests I have to go through, but they don't expect to have any complications based on what they've seen so far. And they've actually told me to go ahead and start working up my potential donors. I'm getting all of that testing done and my transplant done at Mayo Clinic. For those of you who do not know anything about Mayo, they are the one of the top transplant hospitals in the country and in the world. Many foreigners who live in other countries who need a transplant actually come to Mayo to get that done. And fortunately, they are right here in Jacksonville. So I am under great care and I'm going to one of the best treatment centers that I can go through. So, what does that mean when they say start working up your potential donors? All right. The first thing they do is they need your blood type. But it's not just your blood type. Then after that, they look at, I guess it's sort of like a blood rejection. They take my blood and they say my blood rejects your blood. Because you got to keep in mind, a transplant is a foreign object that is in my body, i.e., your kidney, and my body is constantly trying to reject that foreign object. So they have to run tests to see how compatible our bloods are, not just blood type. After those two tests, if everything comes back compatible, they say you are a match. So what does a match mean? If you are a match, you will go through a lot of the same testing that I went through. And again, none of it is invasive, but they want to make sure that you are healthy enough to go through a surgery of this caliber as well. Um, One of the things I believe that rules you out is being a diabetic. From my understanding, a diabetic cannot be a donor. Pretty much everything else, you're good to go. Many of us have high blood pressure that does not rule you out. High blood pressure that is controlled with medication, you're fine. If you have extremely high blood pressure, I mean stroke level high blood pressure, and it's not controlled with meds, not only are you not a potential donor, but that's life threatening. So you need to get seen. So that's what actually destroyed my kidneys. So don't let that happen to you. But other than that, and I think if you're pregnant, you can't be a potential donor, obviously. Other than that, you're good. So Many of us have slight illnesses. None of those will stop you from being a potential donor. All right, so what are your costs? Because everyone, I'm sure, is wondering about that. You have none. So, from a medical standpoint, all of your testing, surgery, etc., is covered by my insurance. So, you have no cost there. When you get your test done here, and they take about 2 days, they did all of mine in a couple of days. When you get your test done here, you have travel, but I will cover all your travel costs, expenses, etc. So you literally don't have any costs. That's the least I can do for you guys helping me out. So, what does surgery mean? You'll come down here for about really a day, and we'll be in surgery for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Then we will be in recovery for a couple of days, which is common. And then after recovery, you're allowed to go home, but you will need a caregiver at your house for about a week. And a caregiver is not a medical person, it's just somebody at the house that can make sure you're good to go while you're recuperating. So you will need that person at the house for a week. That is a requirement. Then after that, you move on with your life. I do believe there are 3 physicals you have to take afterwards: a physical in 3 months, a physical in 6 months, and a physical in 12 months. Then after that, a physical every year. They just again want to make sure that you're doing well in life. So that's okay. Um, there are no side effects of surgery. There is no, you only have one kidney, so you have life restrictions. That's not the case. So I want to make sure we make our decisions based on knowledge and not based on fear and or lack of knowledge. So again, no life restrictions. As a matter of fact, I don't even have any life restrictions. I do the same things, including workout every day, that I did before I even started dialysis. All right, so many of you who asked me, what about Lorenzo? What about your brother? Well, obviously, the first thing my brother said was, hey, can you use mine? But again, we don't know that he's a match. The only guaranteed match is an identical twin. And I don't have one of those. But other than that, there is no guaranteed match. So we've got to still do the workup, and then we still want to make sure that in case Lorenzo is not a match, I have other options. The order of things. So you have a dead donor, someone who passes away and donates their organs, their kidney. That organ, that kidney, has an average lifespan of 10 to 12 years. A live donor's kidney has an average lifespan of 20 to 25 years. So you can see right now the benefits. Now, having said that, those are averages. A live donor could last for the rest of my life. So could a deceased donor's kidney last for the rest of my life. Or my body could reject it, and in 2 years, I need another kidney. There is no guarantees. But the average is 10 to 12 years for a deceased donor kidney and 20 to 25 years for a live donor kidney. So you can see the benefits there. Also, in the order of things, as far as the likelihood, a relative is a more likely match than a non-relative for obvious reasons. And they use the term relative, not sibling or parent, etc. But a relative is a more likely match. Okay, so what if you want to be a donor, but you're not a match? They also have what's called a swap system. In that scenario, you have a kidney that you want to be a donor with, but it doesn't match me. There's someone else in the world who has a kidney but a potential kidney, but their kidney doesn't match them, but it does match me, and mine matches them. They have what's called a swap system. Your kidney will go to them, their donor's kidney will go to me. So that way, even if you don't match, but you still want to help, you still can. So pretty much nothing rules you out. Okay, so what's next? If you are serious about being a potential donor, send me a direct text. You don't have to respond to this group message. Send me a direct text that just says yes, and I will send you all of the details. You don't have to send me one that says no. You don't have to send me one that has all of this extensive explanation as to why you can't be a potential donor. Quite honestly, I don't want you to feel bad. I don't want you to feel obligated. If that's something you're not interested in doing, I would totally accept that, and no hard feelings at all. But for those who do want to help with this major life change um, need that I have, really, it is a life need. And for those who want to help, send me a direct text that says yes. I will then send you a link so that you can fill out a questionnaire. That questionnaire will go to the donor coordinator. I go through a transplant coordinator. The donors go through a donor coordinator. They will send the blood sampling out to you. You'll go to any lab, you'll get the blood work done, they'll send it down to Mayo, and then they'll start your process. So, again, send me a simple yes, and I will get that started. Other than that, guys, I'm doing really well. God has just really been blessing me. He's taking care of me. I'm healthy again. I'm strong again. Um, really, not a lot of issues. I appreciate everything that you've done for me over the last year. Your love, your support. Just checking in on me like many of you do. This is an important step right now, and I will keep all of you informed on how it goes. Thanks for everything. I love all of you guys. Bye.